5-gram watcher, beast watcher, new installation watcher. Well, during the shutout time, where regular, ordinary people have lost a lot of their small businesses, one business that seems to not slow down is the installation of the 5G system. Imagine that. Through all of the stuff that we've been going through, Trump signed a bill expanding the 5G system. Now, you know, if you've done any studying at all, they have not tested these on people's physical reactions. And the ones independently that have were able to get court injunctions stopping them because they were what they call radio sensitive, meaning certain people will be affected by these differently than others, and they probably have frequency adjustments. Look up 60 gigahertz. That apparently is the frequency that is damaging to the oxygen levels. This looks new because it's got a couple openings here and here, and looks like it's got a power switch up there. Boy, I wonder if a truck running into this thing would somehow maybe just accident, you know, don't drink anymore. It would just be maybe slide off the road by accident. I don't know, but at one point these things could become a big problem. We do know that they are a problem. This one has a handle up there. It looks like a power on off switch, not that high up there. And that looks like a whole hefty lot of electric going in there. Hey there, Moon. Hi there. We're gonna do the test here pretty soon. Oh, good, perfect day for it. Nice and blue skies. Sure is. Hey, son. Hi. We're looking forward to it too. It's about time these people get to know what's really going on. Well, I think they are starting to wake up, and I'm very proud of anybody that has set aside past ideas for the needed unity to be able to come through in very difficult times. Now, this tower here, located just a block away from where we showed the gentleman putting in the wires the other day. And it looks like they got over here recently as well. They got stacked wires. That is the box right there. I know a lot of people say, well, that's a good thing to use a target practice. I don't know if you'd want to do that. I bet you'd want to do it, though, if it really got bad. Well, there's the moon up there, and just like anything, if this little light right was over there was damaging, well, you have a right to knock it out. We do not have a lack of freedom to stop the unnecessary weapons against us. See the hawk up there? They do have a chemtrail plane way up there. Well, we're not going to go into too many different topics, but let's take a look out here on a beautiful Friday, April 3rd, 9 days away from the celebration of Jesus Christ. There's other saviors in history as well, and certainly a lot of them all have a very similar past. Most of them had followers. Most of them were born of a virgin. And who knows? Maybe that's the truth of a lot of them. Maybe Jesus was the last one. Maybe he was the only one. Certainly, there's not a whole lot of conflict when all the things that are being taught are good. You know, Jesus was a person whom had challenged some of the orchestrated corruption that was setting society and civilizations off path with too much warring and too much greed at the top. Not enough for the bottom, for hardworking people just trying to get up. Well, this is a new fresh air, one that can be taken properly, would allow us to have free and clear pretty much all our debt if things work out correctly. So I got a feeling that there's a group of people that doesn't want it to work out correctly. Those, again, if you take a look at those, they are hooked up 6 ways from Sunday. I mean, not only do they look horrible in the neighborhood, I've seen them pull down telephone poles that they're so heavy, but just looking at them, you got to know that's emitting things more powerful than running an internet. See, these here are all 5G, folks. We've been not even using these. This is not up and fully going in this town. So 4G, wasn't it enough for the most part not to take the risk just from the obstruction look? And that's what happens when big business gets out of control and aligns with government. That's fascism. We've had enough of it, especially if these things, as I do know, can create harm. There's 5G dangers test on Fullerton Informer. Check them out, Fullerton Informer, 5G danger test, where doctors did the studies of them. Some people have been able to successfully fight them off in court. And there's a reason for that. Now, they haven't even come all the way. Now, I don't know if you've seen the video here recently. I believe A Plain Truth for You had talked about a school in Texas where all the students and the teachers and the staff had gotten sick, shortness of breath, fever, and it just so happens to have been one of the earliest schools that they tested this program with. Now, is that coincidence? Now, just might be a little bit of a reminder that a lot of our history, although much of it might be accurate, a lot of it's been off. And there's no fear needed to know the earth that we live on. There's been a lot of deceit. Now, we see that all the governments around the world, most of them have participated into the COVID virus scam. The biggest scam so far. Maybe landing on the moon was the second or the first one. I don't know, but now what it does show us, because a lot of the people will go, well, how did so many governments go along with it? Because that's what the top people and officials in government do. And we don't have to follow it. They have no rightful ordinance over us. They are no better than us whatsoever. And we should and shall be able to put together something a lot more sensible than lying to our kids at school and putting up dangerous machines without testing them, pretending like we can't somehow raise our own families in our own communities, that we have to have babysitters. Are you kidding me? Now, I know a lot of people might have gotten addicted somewhat over the years of getting digitally enhanced. But you don't know what it's like if you just come back from that a little bit, especially if you know the future of it is dangerous. I'm not pretending I know all the answers to how it's all going to blend together, but certainly, feet on ground, regular work, regular reactions, and you should get a little bit of reaction here. I know I'm getting out the preacher mic. So 69 degrees here in the sunshine. See the sun? On the pavement, it says, 71 degrees. Now we're going to go behind here, blocking out this moon up here. Now, when we go behind here, it's going to get warmer. And it did. It's up to 72 degrees. We go out of the moon, the shade, and into the moonlight, and it gets cooler, 69. Block out the moon, 71. Let the moonlight back in, hanging at 71. Then it goes right back to 72. If you go right here, 69 behind, in front, 73, 70, 68 degrees in the moonlight. Behind the pillar, and it goes to 70 degrees. So clearly, this moon, over and over and over again, continues to show that when you take the light of the moon out, it gets warmer. It is warmer in the moon and cooler in the moon and sunlight. 69 degrees, taking it out, behind the pillar, 72 degrees. If I keep on going this way, it's going to get cooler, 71 degrees, 70 degrees. This is done day in, day out, as much as the sun rises day in and day out. This is an indisputable fact that if this is emitting cool light, because you can see it, so it's an object with vision and you can see it has a light, but it is not being lit by the sun. If the sun were bouncing off that object and then back down to Earth, it would even be warmer because you'd be adding more heat to it. But in fact, the moonlight makes it cooler, which means it's probably nothing that we even think about as far as what it is. Now, that's a pretty big lie, folks. I mean, we know the sun warms us up. We know the moon's been out there. So they lied all the way together from the NASA study since the very beginning. Just one of these truths that we have to deal with. And, wow, how hard is that? Yeah, they lied. It took billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars so they could play on their computers and send us other different types of stories. So what? Why do we have to let it go on? It only goes on if we decide to believe the lie. If we don't believe the lie, then we get a lot more money, a lot less tax paying, in a lot better areas, spend a lot more wisely. Well, not sure if I like that video altogether, but see you later, 5G, and hope you don't stay up there for too long.